Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, March 25th, and it looks like it's going to be a somewhat warm day today, so hopefully you can get out for a walk. This is also pickup day for your packets of work. Remember that your pickup time is at noon until 1 o'clock, and that your families, will be picking up packets for anyone in your family at that time. Okay, so even if you have younger siblings, don't come at their time. Come at this time and you'll get all your packets together. Okay, all right, I switched to wide view this morning so that I'm hoping you can see what I'm going to show you, which is everything that's in your packet. Okay, so right here with me, I have Saul's packet. So this is what it will look like. You'll have a bag of books and a packet. So in your bag of books, you have the books that you picked out. So Saul picked out a couple of the imaginary veterinary books. Saul, I should also tuck in here the first one so that you have that to read too, since we aren't in school. So that's the bag of books will be there for you. And then in your packet, I'm going to go through everything that's in Saul's packet. Your packets may have a little something different, but generally, for the most part, you'll have just what Saul has. So let me show you. They're kind of thick. All right. So I'm just going to set Saul's packet over here. I promise, Saul, I'll remember to bring it to you. If you have any personal items at school, like in Saul's case, it's his inhaler, or sneakers or sweaters or anything like that, I pack them up with your packet and they will be ready to go home with you. Okay, so that's that. Everybody has 2 pencils, just in case you run out at home. The book Jip, because starting tomorrow I will begin recording myself reading a chapter of it, and I'd like you to listen to the chapter and follow along. And I'm going to ask you to think about the vocabulary in it as we read. Pick out words that you don't know so you can ask me about them. And I'll have a question about the reading each day. Okay, so Jip is in everybody's bag. The next thing in there is your little journal. This is going to be exclusively your writing journal. I know when we talked before it was going to be reading and writing and maybe something else too. This is just for your writing. Okay, my expectation is that you will write 1 full page a day. So a full page does not mean the top 3 lines. Okay, it doesn't mean a list of things. It means a full page of writing. Okay, at this point, your writing is choice writing. So you can choose to write a story. You can choose to write an essay. You can choose to write an informational piece all about something. If you write a story or anything that you write, if it goes more than 1 page, there's no penalty for writing more than 1 page. Okay, so go right ahead, start today, put your date in, and then write 1 full page. Okay, you can write me a letter if you want. Right, any piece of writing that you want to do, 1 page a day at least, minimum. Okay, all right. The next thing you have is a whole bunch of writing from me. Okay, the first part of this is this blue part right here. It just talks about setting ourselves some limits on school. So when you're at home and I'm at home, it's easy to do, be online, be on Class Dojo, any hour of the day. And it's really going to be important that we all set limits, that we are not doing schooling all day. So like I told you on Monday, I think it was, we're going to try for 2-hour blocks. So an 8:30 to 10:30 block in the morning and a 1 to 3 block in the afternoon. Does that mean you have to be working 8:30 to 10? No. It means that I'm going to put out my video at 8:30, and I'm going to ask you to do a chunk of work around reading and writing. And then I will send out in the afternoon around 1 o'clock, probably on Class Dojo. So I need to know that you're all accessing that I will send out some math and either science or social studies work for the afternoon. Okay? So is it okay if you don't do it in the afternoon and you do it, at 5 o'clock at night? Yes, that's fine with me. I just won't look at it until the next morning probably, because I'm going to try to limit myself. Um, so you can pick the times. I'm telling you that I'm going to be sending a video out at 8:30 every morning, and some activities to do, assignments to do at 1 o'clock every afternoon. All right, you figure out in your family when it's best to do it. I'm planning on 8:30 to 10:30 working on this, and 1 to 3 working on it. Okay, but I did write on here that I will be available from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock every day. So 8 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon every day. You are welcome to contact me in any of the ways that I've given you. I've written you a whole bunch of ways that you can contact me. So I've got my email, both school and home. I get them both at home, so that doesn't matter. My home phone. I do not have cell service at home. You are welcome to call me on my home phone. Okay, it's listed right there, 869-2360. Okay, I have my cell phone number. I don't have cell service at home, and I will not be coming into town very much after today, probably. So, but you do need my cell phone number if you want to contact me on some of the apps. So, so it's there. You can, your parents can contact me on Facebook. I'm Kate Gild Kane, and it's written right down so they know how to spell it and look for it. And I discovered this week through Avery that if your parent is on Facebook, you can contact me through Kids Messenger on Facebook. So I know Avery and Aubrey have that option, and if any of the rest of you do, I'm happy to see you on Facebook Messenger through your parents' account. Okay. I also have Snapchat, I have FaceTime, I have Skype, I have iMessage, and I have Duo. Some of you talked about TikTok. I'm not sure about that right now. I don't know how to control who it goes to. If I can control who it goes to, then maybe I would try that. All right, the other part of this first page is all about online programs that I'm going to want you to have access to if you can. So there's Reflex Math, which I've already talked to you about in yesterday's video. Prodigy, and I need you to sign in with your WNESU.com account. Okay, do not sign in. Do not start a new account from home. Say that you're working from school. Okay, that's the only way I can see your progress. You have to, even when it comes up and says, are you working from school or home? Choose school. Okay. If you have any trouble getting in, let me know and I will send more information. IXL is there also, and you do need to sign in specifically. You'll see the login right there. It says at the end it says WNESU, and that's how you'll be able to get in using your Google account. So remember, that is your first name dot your last name at WNESU.com. And then you have your own passwords. If you don't remember your password, send me a message. I do have the passwords here at home with me, so I can get them to you, okay? I also have a link to Epic and our class code, and a link to Khan Academy and our class code. Epic we've been in before. I have 2 books assigned to you in Epic. They are both related to our Vermont studies. Okay, so they are in Epic, and I have a note there about not creating separate accounts for yourself. I cannot see your work if you create a separate account. It has to be through the classroom that I've set up or the district has set up in the case of IXL. Okay? On the back of that page are the daily expectations. And so there's some reading, some math, and some writing every day. And then weekly expectations. There's, some additional reading, week 1 and week 2. There's some additional math, the performance tests we talked about. There's some science, and I don't think I wrote it on here, but we will be doing some social studies work too. Okay, so let's keep going. Mr. Namelish has written some answers to some frequently asked questions, so that's on this paper. And on the back is a letter from the 5K committee. We have had to cancel the 5K for this year, but the raffle is happening. So this letter talks about if you registered for the race, what you would like to do with your registration money. Okay, so there are 3 options right here. So read it over and make a decision, and then you'd contact Mrs. Pickering. So she's Kerry, Kerry.Pickering, Pickering at WNESU.com. Okay, so that's that paper. All right, the next 3 pages are your weekly reading log. Okay, so there's not a lot here for each day. All right, the date, the title of the book, the pages you read, and then I've given you 2.5 lines to briefly summarize what you read. Okay, not every detail. Remember, summarize means big idea. You may support it with a detail or 2, but you're not writing the whole story here. You're summarizing. Okay, it's good practice for you to think about what is the big idea of what I've read. All right, there's 3 of those pages, 1 for each of the next 3 weeks. Okay, if you read yesterday and Monday and Tuesday, you may fill in for Monday and Tuesday as well. Okay, all right. Next, I have a couple of things. I don't want to get this too close because it's Saul's login information, but I have your Prodigy login information. Again, you need to say you're at school and then put in this username and password, okay? And then I also have some Reflex math information for your family, and right here, this section right here has your username, my username actually, and then your password, okay? All right, next section has math. So the first part of this is a packet of math problems you have not seen before. You remember that Friday when we were working on our packets, we pulled together some different math menus that you had already done, and I was just going to have you do them again. So instead, I've written up a new set of problems. I would like you to do a page a day, and I want you to take a nice picture of it so that I can see your work when you have completed it each day, and then you'll share that photo with me on Class Dojo. There is one section, it's later in it, it's like the 3rd from the last page, about decimals. By the time we get there, we will have talked about decimals. Okay, so start with the front and then 1 page a day. All right, once a week, I want you to choose one of the other math performance tasks. So remember, these are a little bit deeper problems where you get a situation and you have several questions to answer about it. Okay, so there are 5 of them. I want you to pick 1 a week. Can you do more than that? Of course. All right, I have a game board. This came from Mrs. Sellerall, a Multiple Madness game board. So good idea to play Multiple Madness maybe once a day with somebody. You can see on the one side it goes, factors are from 1 to 9. On the other side, the factors are 1 to 5. So you choose where you're comfortable playing. All right? All right. There is a packet in your, a packet in your packet of reading material if you run out of reading material on your own. So if you finished your books and you don't have anything else to read while you're waiting for the next packet to come, these are, let me just take this apart for a second. These are 1 to 2 page passages, and then you can see there's some questions at the end. Okay, so if you run out of reading material, please choose one of these to read each day and respond to the questions. Okay, and you can also note it on your reading log. All right, I've included a Scholastic News. This is from a couple of weeks ago now, March 2nd. And we'll talk about a few of the articles in here as we go along. Okay, but that's in your packet. All right, I have also included this series of pages from our Vermont book. However, there's a note on the top that says, if you can't get on Epic, read this. So if you can get on Epic, there is a book, one of the books that I've assigned to you is a book on Epic that covers some of the same information. So go ahead and read it on Epic. If you can't get on Epic for some reason, this is the chapter in our book about Vermont history. Okay, so go ahead and read through it, and you'll be prepared to talk about it as we keep going. All right, now we're getting down to the stuff from some other people. So Mr. Laurie gave you a calendar, and then he also gave you this nice big packet of activities. He really wants you to practice some of your fitness skills so that when we get back to school, you're ready to do the fitness testing that he has to do for 4th grade each year. Okay, so 2 things from Mr. Laurie. From Mrs. Dano, you have a small packet, and she has some instructions on it relating to practicing line and space notes. Okay, so that's a packet from her. And then, oops, I gave us all 2 of those. You have a letter from Mr. P about some art activities to do each week. Okay. Deeper in your packet, you have a couple of pages that will relate to a mystery science activity that we do. You will notice that I have listed 3 mystery science activities for you. 2 of them are the short videos, so like 5-minute long videos. And then this one is the longer one, and we'll talk about it before we do it, okay? You can certainly take a look at it, but we'll talk about it again. Right, this is not the last time you'll hear me talk about this. You also have this paper. Okay, so you remember that some of you were researching about the different physiological regions in Vermont. So what my plan is to link all of your Google Slides together and create a video of that, like screencastify it, and share that video with you. And as you watch it, I'm going to ask you to color in each of the different regions a different color. I am hoping that we can make it work where with the next packet that I send out, I send you the material so that we can make our topographical map of Vermont. Okay? And last but not least, you have 2 pieces of plain paper, because one of the activities I want you to do around the first book that you read on Epic, the Vermont information book, I want you to create a brochure about Vermont. So you'll do a trifold, which means you'll fold it into thirds, like that. You'll make it flat, and then you'll design the front of your brochure here, and then you're going to want to put information here, 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 and then of course on the other 2 sides, on other 2 parts on the back. All right, so once you have everything in your hands, we'll go through this again. Okay, this is not the last time that we will talk about all of this. All right, that is everything in Saul's packet. Some of you will have a small packet from Mrs. Sellerall. I think most of it is games, and she'd like you to play a game a day. And others of you will have a packet of work or a folder of work from Mrs. Masuko. And others of you will have a packet of work from Mrs. Haskins. Okay, not everybody has these, only the people who spend time with those teachers during the day. Okay, all right. Now, I need to know that you're seeing these videos. So would you please, after you watch this, leave me a comment below, and just say hi and let me know if you are able to get on Class Dojo and I just haven't seen you. I have seen half of you on Class Dojo. I know almost all of you have your parents connected, so I'm hoping that I can see all of you on Class Dojo today. And if you get on today for the first time, go ahead back and look through the assignments or the activities that I've given you already, and you can go ahead and do some. All right, so I will see your parents or whoever comes to pick up your packet today. Remember that we can't get within 6 feet of each other. So it's kind of going to be a real procedure. You probably heard about it in Mr. Nameless's phone call last night. I don't want to worry you. I will have a mask on. I have no signs of coronavirus, but we're taking all the precautions. So I will have a mask on and gloves. All right. If you are in the car, I can wave to you, but that will be about it. All right. So we can definitely keep seeing each other on Class Dojo, and I will be back tomorrow morning with another video. Today, I want you to watch this video again this afternoon after you get your whole packet. And if you have any questions about your packet, send them to me. Okay, you can even add them in the comments under this YouTube video if that's the only way you're seeing me right now. All right. Okay, I'll see you later. Have a great day.